Hello, everybody. I turned on badges because I forgot always to tell you about that. So if you want to put a little coins in the treasure for the orphanage, it's welcome. So it's open now, badges. I never use it in the Nova way. I don't know how it works. I just came back from the beach and my hair a little bit electric. And I was trying to do a live on the beach for you, but it's not. I have no connection there, so it's not working. And I don't like to record. I love to be. Even if I don't see you, it's like I connect with you in live. It's difficult for me to record and to post after. So in fact, it's like I am with you in a way. So I was thinking of different things, and this last day it has been quite. I was tired, and a lot of people around me told me I'm tired. So we know that the astrological aspects are very, very strong, and it may increase even more. So we have to be prepared because it may be not so easy. And I must say, it's quite not easy to stay centered. I had weird dreams and thoughts that were coming in my mind, but I was so surprised. Things like about torture, about very, very weird things that I'm never like that, and I realize, in fact, that it's the mood of the collective. It's something that is going on on the collective level, and it's more than ever we have to regroup and really stay centered. And for that, people told me, how do you do that? So for me, it's I've been walking on the beach. This helped me. It can be walking in the forest, gardening. I don't have a garden, but if you can garden, it's great. It can really help you to be centered. All contact with nature, and mostly what is important, and it's to appreciate beauty in the little things. Flowers, rocks, light, birds. This morning I wake up and I was listening the song of the birds, and it was so beautiful. And even if it's a beauty we don't see, it's a beauty we hear, and it's a beauty we feel resonate in the body. So beauty for me is really the key for well-being. And beauty needs, in a way, attention. Look, even when we do makeup, we need to put attention there to make us beautiful with makeup. So it needs attention. So to be really in touch with beauty and to have a kind of benefit of that contact, of that relation, it needs to be there, to be present, to appreciate, to to be in love with that, And I was watching these beautiful flowers of the succulent, and they are amazing because at night they close, and the morning, poof, when there is a light, they open again, and it's alive, and to recognize that beauty, in fact, it's mirror your beauty, and to connect with that. For me, at least, it's like that. It's feeding me. In fact, it's for me, beauty is really the manifestation of our divine essence, of the divine essence. In nature, beauty is everywhere, and in fact, when I put my attention on flowers, on birds, on mineral, on all these beautiful things from nature, in fact, I connect with the divine. It reflects my divine essence. I admire in this beauty the beauty of the divine where I come from. and it feeds me, and it connects me, and it gives me energy, and it's simple and it doesn't cost anything, but it requires to be present, to give attention to that, because this, if you do that, it's help you, it make you be more whole in your wholeness, and like this, and to be more centered, and like this you can face in an easier way what is going on, and it's not easy, and it may become even harder. So this is a simple thing, and also what is very important is to be on your truth. It's to be, to do, because I have messages, I have numerous messages, I have messages of people who are lost, they don't know what to do I have to get the vaccine, how I do if I want to travel. I say, you know, it's very simple. Don't ask me what you have to do. You have to feel what is right for you. What is the most important for you? What is your priority? If your priority is to travel and you cannot imagine your life without that, do what you think is the best to do for that. But if it's just like that, oh, it's just for travel, blah, 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 you know, sometimes, you know, I have this young woman who asks me that, and I say, you know, because maybe I will not be able to work, and I have to work. I say, everybody has to work, more or less, you know. But you have nurses and doctors who, in a way, refuse to do that, quit their job. So you have really to feel, to know deep inside what is right for you. And things gonna align. Things gonna align. You will have new idea, because when you are connected with what is right for you, and only you, not regarding, not listening what people around you are telling you, you really have to be with something that is right for you, that sounds right for you, that makes you light at the idea to do that or not. You know, it's like, it's very, very important, because when you do that, you show to your higher self that you engage in integrity, and the wholeness of your being gonna act, something gonna happen. So this is maybe abstract, but me, I notice this almost all my life, and even since very young. So this is really the base. It's not about sacrifice. You know me, I love to travel. I am, you know, traveling all the time, but since the beginning of this mess, I don't travel, because I don't want to put energy in this nonsense. I don't want to contribute to continue this nonsense. So I do what is right for me at my way. Now, if everybody does what is right for them, and I guess most of the people want to be free, healthy, you do what you have to do. But if most of us are doing this, there are chances that things stay less long than it is. So because we pause somewhere, we pause something, an energy about, for me this is like that, and that's it. But for this you have to trust. You have to trust, and this you learn only by experiences. You learn only by experiences. Yeah, I see my family also is in another country. And this, you say, and that scares me. This word, scare, is not in my vocabulary. Because immediately, just by saying that, the energy is going down. I don't want to give room for that. It is, it's complicated to explain how to be on that, because right now, where you are, you can have the link with your family. Sure, it's great to be connected. And I know because mine is also there and I've not seen them since end of 2019. So we've communicated by FaceTime and WhatsApp. And a luck there is that, because it will be very difficult. But we cannot comply on doing something we don't want to do because we know it's not right for us just for that. This is my vision, this is my way to see that. And because more people are going to comply and more we're going to have rules. So, and again, someone that put scary. Yes, exactly. Maybe in that way you can say it. What is even more scary is giving up rights and possibly our health. Exactly. And maybe instead of scary, we can find another word. It's funny because I was not thinking of speaking about all this. I came to speak about something else because I have one of my followers who saw my post today in the story, and I said, this is my meal for the day. I will have only one meal today. And she asked me, oh, I'm surprised, only one meal. It's not every day like that. It's just when I feel it, it's just that I made some excess recently. I make these cakes and I make this big plate with a lot of food, and I'm not very hungry since a couple of days, so I don't see why I'm going to do 2 or 3 meals. Regularly I do 2 meals. I don't do 3 meals a day. But for maybe a couple of days, it's going to be like that. And my breakfast was at almost 1 p.m., so it's not very complicated. I'm going to have tea, an herb tea with some fruit, and I'm fine, It's that you have to be in touch with yourself for that, like for everything else, because like this, you will know what is right for you. If I had too much wine and too much sugar and too much thing, my body requests, it's not a sacrifice, it's not difficult because my body needs it. And this is a great feeling, to be able to have something light or just one meal during the day with, everything I need, and it's great. Yeah, so you see, it's a difficult time. This is true. It's a challenging time, more than difficult. It's challenging. It's challenging to really be more and more and more firm on what is right for us. It's always been like that for me, I can say. It's not something new. It's something I practice since a long time, and I always said, my kids, I always said, people around me, do what is right for you. Never do things to please others. Never do things because others are doing it and it's trendy to do. Do because it sounds right deep. But for that, you have to be really connected with yourself and to know and to go with it, because you can be surprised what the universe can bring you to on your path to make it flowing. But I understand it's it's not easy. It's not easy when you are not used to. It's not easy. I'm reading a book these days that I heard about. I never, and I felt by chance online listening to some podcast about scientists and about quantic medicine and about all this. So, and it was this book. I forgot the name of the author, but it's The Celestine Inside, and I almost finished. And in fact, I'm like, I'm amazed. I'm amazed because if you read this book, reading this book, I have all the like the definition, the process of my path in life, and I would say spiritual awakening. It's in this book, and it's like everything by cycle arrived in my life, and everything is there. So I encourage you to read this book because you're gonna have, I think you're gonna have some revelation for the one who are not used to live like that, and it can be really interesting for you to see the different steps because it's gonna resonate, especially in this time. So it's it can be great. The Celestine Insight. I'm sure some of you read this book. I have someone telling me vaccines save millions of lives. Yes, when there are vaccines, sure. But this also, it's something that a lot of scientists and doctors are reviewing. So you have to read a lot about vaccines, and I wrote a lot about vaccines because I'm interested in health since more than 40 years. And I had experiment. So you have to be documented. Yes, personal freedom to choose what we put in our bodies is so important. You, having escaped communist country 30 years ago, that freedom is the most important. Oh, you escaped that. Yeah. Only people like you can really understand, or people who have, consciousness about, to feel what is coming on, can really understand. But escaping from such a situation must be so hard. So you know what it is, yeah. And I guess you came in this country to escape that, to be free of that, yeah. Yeah. So if you read the information, you must know that this is not a real vaccine. You must know that. So it's an injection. It's not what we call a vaccine. I studied when I was at school, even I was young, and we had some kind of science natural thing, and they were explaining how vaccines were made. And this is not really what is going on. Yeah, you have biologists and scientists and ancestors, yeah. But sometimes I can tell you, deep inside there is a natural wisdom, and this, nothing, no scientist, nobody can tell you what is right for you. Because maybe it's right for you and maybe it's not for someone else. Because at the soul level, we know exactly what is right for us if you are really connected. And when you see what is in these things, I don't want to have these nasty things in my body. I'm sorry. It's like something like, no. I respect too much my body to put these chemicals in. No way. I had too many experiences very hard in my body to avoid this. So, no. It's not only a mRNA, it's the product that are inside. So, there are a lot of information around. So people can look at that because now we are not in a cave anymore. Yes, this disconnection is very simple. We are not only a physical body. We are even more importantly an invisible one. And this connection, you know, I spoke about that in one of my last video, that breathing that I do, that I experiment by myself. I've not read this in a book or anything. I started from a small inconvenience in my body. It's in one of the last video. And I decided to do something. So I went online, I get some information, and I did my own, and I decided to do some exercise. And when I started like 2 months ago. And in fact, what is very interesting is that I realized these last days, oh, it was Sunday morning, it was fantastic, I did that, and I stay almost 2 hours in this state of ecstasy. It's ecstasy because I'm not in the thinking, I'm just in the feeling. I'm just in the feeling in my body, and this is fantastic. It's how I can explain the feeling. It's like after an orgasm, when you made love, you have this state of floating, like the body is like disappearing in a way, and lightness and feeling good, but this lasts hours. And I realize recently, I say I know why, but this is me, you know. I say it's because I make love with my invisible self. I let him coming in me by this breathing. I let me breathe. I'm not breathing, I let me breathe. And it's like this movement, the same movement that we make when we make love physically. But this is with the breath, it's invisible. And it's fantastic. So I explain that but I'm experimenting variations, rhythm. I try to be with numbers. But I'm never thinking. I'm feeling. I am focused a part middle of my brain on the pineal, and a part in my womb, deep inside my stomach, my intestine, my deep down, my sexual area, because I contract these muscles. And it's like a pump. And it's fantastic. It's really fantastic. But for that, again, you have to be present. You have to be focused without thinking on the feeling in the body. I felt the blood flowing in my body differently in different places. It was really weird, and I counted the space to see what was going on. There is one of my leg, the blood at a moment, the flow is like, it's changing the rhythm for like 5 seconds. And this come back maybe when I count until 10 or 15. And again, the same thing at the same place. And after it was on the top tight of the left thigh. Same little movement, you know. So I don't know what it is, you know. I'm experimenting in my body, and as I always did. And it's fantastic because my body is teaching me. And this state of ecstasy, just by the breath and the focus without thinking. And this is very interesting because, you know, it's difficult to think because these thoughts are coming through us. So it's difficult to avoid them. So at the beginning, they are here, and it's meditation, you know, it's the same. And I observe them passing, and I go back to my third eye, back of my eyes, to the pineal, center of my brain. I focus there, I focus down, I count, and I do this kind of circle in between above and below. And at a moment, after maybe 10 minutes, there are no more thoughts. It's just the feeling. And it's really fantastic. It's really, really fantastic. So, voila. So I wanted just to tell, especially this person, I don't eat only one day a meal all the time, but I don't eat at same hour every day all the time. I eat when I feel to eat, regarding my rhythm, regarding how I what I eaten days before, regarding, I regulate like that, and like that I never had trouble with weight. And I'm not starving, I eat everything. You may see my recipe or my food, I eat everything and I eat well. So, and I do sweets, I do cookies sometimes, crepes, I do jam, but I also do when I have enough. For some days, I don't take anything, any sugar, anything. So it's that you have to regulate yourself. And me, I'm even less, I have less weight now than when I was in my mid 20s. And I still have the same weight, still have the same size, more or less. A little bit here, but it's okay. I will survive to that. It's not that don't make me appreciating food. Voila, so I want to say bye bye and enjoy your evening or your day.